Comments. We want to know if they know what it means to have a revolution. Not many people think about it. But there is one concept that we need to consider for Northwest St. Catherine is a revolution of ownership. You see, they want us to believe that those who are rich own something, when the truth is those who own something rich. You see, if those who are rich own something, then those who are rich we just accept say them not own nothing. But the PNP have always believed that if you give the people ownership, they will then use that ownership to become rich. That is why we did NHT. That is why we did land for the landless. And if there's any proof in the pudding, is what Portmore did when they got their little houses and built mansions. Because they knew what it means to have a revolution. I heard one of our colleagues, Comrade Cousins in Parliament, he said that in 1833, that's the year that the slaves were to be free, they passed a law that you can't get government land until 60 years. I go and do the research. It said the average lifespan of a slave was 52 years. And so therefore in 1833, them said that they believe that you will never be able to get land. The GLP believes in that type of 1833. And that is why they went over to Clifton and lit down people's houses. But Northwest St. Catherine now to take sleep mark debt. You can't take debt mark debt because JP came and offered eviction notice in Northwest St. Catherine. It was not golden that hired lawyers, including my comrade in East Portland, Comrade Isaac Buchanan. And they have to tear up those papers of eviction for the people in Lower Huddersfield. We will change it from 60 years to 20 years. And so the people of Jamaica have been given the shield by the PNP to stay on lands that you should have long had for yourself. And now we will give you the sword of your title so you can fight the system with not only a shield for defense, but a sword for attack. We now move into the second part of ownership, which is not just ownership of land and housing, but ownership of knowledge and skill.
Wait.
And I woke up the other morning to a big quarrel over some misunderstanding. I mean, I tell the line, we feel away. We feel away because the teachers who did a quarrel never give me the benefit of reading the article. You notice me not say benefit of the doubt. Me say of reading the article. I want the teachers to remember good. So when JLP told them that they could not get their benefits if they don't hurry up and sign, it's me come and say that can't happen, put it in extra. I want the teachers to remember good. So when they came with the teachers in the come More so, I want the teachers to remember good. Say that only one party have come with a teacher retention plan. And I want to ask you and the president. You see, when we give the teachers an increased NHD minimum maximum and move it from 9 to 15 million, don't leave right there again. That means that after 5 years, they get 5% concession. After 10 years, they get 10%. After 15 years, 50%. So that them don't only own a car, but a better car. Don't leave it right there again. I want to ask you a question. When we give the teachers the forgiveness of student loan for every single year that they remain in the government school, don't liberate them. When we recognize that there is no knowledge without information, and so we treat internet bill as a tool of trade and pay the internet bill of the teachers so that they can use the internet and teach our children. Don't liberate them. So when we wake up and we say, what is the problem? And I realize it's a misunderstanding. Every child that pass PEP with their first choice get extra class, but they must can afford it. All the people that doing well in maths and physics and chemistry and bio, they get extra class, but they have to can afford it. Why is it a problem to liberate when the PNP said that the poverty will not be a disqualifier from extra classes? We will pay the teachers to teach the children. What is the problem? What is the problem? But they are not wanting that. But they want somebody to feed them down. And they want somebody to feed them tight. But we recognize that when you send home a child at 2 and the adult don't reach till 7, then the unscrupulous adult take advantage of the unsupervised child. Between 2009 and 2019, 60,000 teenagers had a baby. 49% of those who drop out of school as girls was because of pregnancy. I am here to ensure Michael Manley dream that the street sweeper son can become a doctor in this country. None of you, when there was COVID, I am the only politician who take up myself on the internet and teach mathematics for free to the children. Show me the Northwest, St. Catherine, over to Charlemont going to do the research that as member of parliament for East Rural St. Andrew, in 4 years, we moved GSAP performance in maths from 49% to 57%. We moved performance in English from 51% to 60%. If I could do that with just the CDF, what would I do with the education budget? So when I see Trailblazers, a comment on education, Trailblazers, me never hear a school own you, and me never hear you own a school. Listen, their intention is to keep this thing at the point where the poor don't have a chance. And then let's say rich people grant. But even though I feel away, even though I lay down in my bed and I say, I can't believe my teacher, them a treat me so, and them a read not even the article. I look into the reality, that in 2015, the mastery of literacy under the PNP was 84%. And in 2024, the mastery was 65%. Under the JLP, it reduced by 36 percentage points. When I look that when we had it in 2015, 5 subjects with maths and English was 28%. And in 2004 under JLP, and what can go so favor Williams, it was 18%. Minister of Education is being researched under the Criminal Act for stealing the children's money. Oh, you never like to talk to me. We teach for free. And them are teach the people them gun and make them a new children. When I realized that 12,000 sixth graders was not achieving basic proficiency in maths, I'd have to brush off myself. And I said to myself, here's a race that I must run, and a victory. So you see, since they walk out of a tree, I am going to wipe scare glass out of a tree Friday. And we are going to fix it. Well, finally, when I see that some of the children of the poor have them 10 subjects and can't go to university, you have picked me up for the doctor and catch box a wholesale. You have picked me up for the engineer and drive taxi. I said,